Welcome to Next Best Action for Media from Valorum Reply. So before we show you the power of this solution that's able to reason over tremendous amounts of data and help derive the next best action by using AI to find insights amongst the data, I wanted to ground everyone with a foundation that is built on Azure Entra ID. The concept is that Entra should be your identity from this point forward, whether it be engaging with the data and your permissions access and what you can see, but also what your AI agents can access as well. So by logging in with Entra ID, your user and identity is baked into every single action that is taken from this point onwards. And so preserving your really important security perimeter and boundary as well. And as you're dropped onto the main dashboard, you can see some of these widgets that provide previous insights that we've been looking at from the data. But I wanted to take one really important step. And the first thing I want to do is provide the AI and the tool with my objective. It's essentially going to be the lens to which the AI looks through to be able to achieve my goals. And it was different for every single person tied to my Entra identity again, of course. So here, increase engagement by 10%. It could be reduced drop-offs, it could be increased subscription, it could be increased ad revenue, it could be focus on user intent. Whatever the objective is, you can set it here, and now every time the AI agents run, they will know exactly what they're trying to achieve. But again, specific for every single user that's logged in. So I'm going to click on one of these prefabricated prompts on the left-hand side here, and it's going to kick off a workflow. The first thing, orchestrator agent needs to understand what I'm actually asking. Then it will assemble agents specific to achieving the task. So this is a synthetically generated data set that sits in Fabric. It is real agents, real data, but it is synthetically generated. And you can see the full detail of instructions that's going to be passed to the Fabric agent and the SQL agent. The SQL agent has declared it needs to find out some more of the details of the schema to pull the right data. And the Fabric agent is able to connect direct to Fabric and pull some really extensive data. And if you wanted to, you can drive into the query as well. Okay, so Orchestrator's now pulled some data back. It's going to then decide if something's interesting. If it is, it's going to create an insight and then eventually a widget so we can see what's going on. As humans, we're quite visual people, so it helps to be able to reason over that response. So there we go, 56,000 casual users represent 1.1 million in untapped revenue. So it's created an insight. Okay, so let's see exactly what it's come back. There's some interesting content there from the summarization of the Fabric agent, which is very detailed. So that is an insight specifically derived from something that I've clicked on where I kind of know where to look. I've got some human intuition. I've looked at the data before. I might have some idea about the industry, and that's great. But that does come with some amount of bias. What AI is able to do is just look through the lens and see what's interesting in general. So let's have a look at these insights. These run every morning before I get into the office, and anything with about a 70% confidence score will be shown here. Any new ones can be shown in the notifications, or any actions that are, or hypotheses that are running will also be shown as notifications. And let's drive into see what one of them looks like. So a free tier user shows 2.1% ad CTR compared to 3.9% for engaged users, about a 56% performance gap. So this is a significant wasted ad inventory and potential revenue leakage. So what's the next action? Implement a contextual ad targeting for free tier users based on article category reading history. So this is just something that AI has looked at, understood the concept of all these different user types and created insight and then added it to the insight pool. So let's test a hypothesis. So what we have here is we have correlation. There is data happening at the same time as other data. What we need to prove is causation. So let's have a look at these hypotheses agents that are running and some that have run in the past. So in this example, these ones are pending confirmation that have previously run, and they've watched over the data, and they are still waiting on confirmation from the human as what to do. This hypothesis at the top, however, has completed, finished its run, and has made its recommendation. So in this example, effectively, we were looking at podcasts leading to 8 content categories and unique visitors, averaging 8,500 a day. Podcast trails on lifestyle, dwell time. So let's see what we can do about it. So add a podcast carousel, do some other things. So let's look at the actions that were taken by the agent. So again, based on the fact that we can then take this hypothesis agent that has been created, an ephemeral agent which has been created in the Azure Foundry environment, it's able to reason over not just the insight that was provided, not just the objective that I'm trying to achieve, but also it's able to take action using the Microsoft agentic framework via 8A agent to agent, or MCP, the model context protocol. And so it's then able to act on behalf of the agent and the user that's doing the task. So in my world, I would have permission to be able to go and achieve this. In other words, you may want to go and have a human in the loop, send an approval request, the human approves it, and the agent takes action. So all in all, what I'm able to do is to look over a tremendous amount of data across sentiment analytics, across reader engagement, across ad revenue, engineering telemetry, FAQs, forums, feedback, comments, you name it, it can all sit in Fabric. I can then find threads to pull on that are interesting to my specific role type or function. And then I can go and test those threads to see if they were actually material causation and correlation events, and then go and create entirely new practices. And as you can see in this hypothesis, the increased engagement was 5%. So let's go ahead and roll it out to 100% of users. Thank you very much for your time. That's next best action for media. And if you'd like to learn more, come contact us at Valorem Reply. Thank you.